Rodeo, characterized as one of the toughest sports on dirt. One of the only ones in the world where the equipment has a mind of its own and weighs over 1,000 pounds. I'm going to talk to you about high school rodeo as a sport, basic facts, how it started, and events that can be entered. High school rodeo was started by Claude Mullins of Texas in 1947, and it was officially formed in 1949 with the first national finals being held. In order to be eligible for high school rodeo, you have to be a high school student that is passing 70% of your classes. Membership-wise, there are over 12,500 student members, 48 states, 5 Canadian provinces, and Australia. The events can be broken down into 3 categories: rough stock, time, and scored. The rough stock events include bull riding, saddle bronc riding, and bareback riding. 2 judges judge the horse and cow and the contestant from 1 to 25 for a total of 100 possible points. In the timed event category, the possible events that boys can enter are steer wrestling and tie-down roping. The girls can enter breakaway, goat tying, barrel racing, and pole bending, and both can enter team roping. Steer wrestling is when the rider starts behind a barrier in a box. When the horse reaches the tail of the steer, they jump off the horse at a run and use the momentum to flip the steer to the ground. Tie-down roping is when the contestant ropes the calf, dismounts the horse, flips the steer by hand, crosses and ties 3 legs, and the time must hold for 6 seconds. Barrel racing is a cloverleaf pattern that consists of 3 barrels. There is a 5-second penalty for each barrel that is knocked down, and electric timers are used to time the run. In pole bending, there are 6 poles that are set 21 feet apart. The rider must weave between the poles, executing flying lead changes. Goat tying is when the rider runs and dismounts the horse, and they tie the goat with 3 feet using picking string or leather. The tie must also hold for 6 seconds. Breakaway roping is when the rope is tied to the saddle horn with a string and a white flag at the end. When the calf is roped and the string breaks, a time is called. There's a 10-second penalty for a broken barrier. Team roping consists of a header and a heeler. There are 3 legal catches for the header: horns, neck, and half head. The heeler must catch both back legs of the calf in order for there not to be a penalty. Then we have scored events. The first event is cutting. The horse is allowed 2.5 minutes to work the cattle, and it's scored on the ability to separate the herd. Rein cow horse is scored on rein work, which involves lead changes, sliding stop, and pivots, and then boxing the cow. And finally, you have the queen contest. It involves 8 categories: modeling, personal appearance, personality, personal interview, impromptu speech, and prepared speech, and horsemanship. Shooting sports is the final event, though it's not a horse event. It includes light rifle and track. Light rifle is .22 caliber, shot in 3 positions, 5 shots each. There are over 1,800 sanctioned rodeos each year. Kentucky has 2 regions that is broken down into, and we hold state rodeos, and there's invitational rodeos in other states. The national finals is held in Gillette, Wyoming. It is the world's largest rodeo, and there are over 1,500 contestants. Now you've heard the facts, events, and rules of high school rodeo. Rodeo is unlike any other sport. Your competition cheers you on and helps you to achieve, and your life is in the hands of another animal. Jim Wakefield once said, "Rodeo is about life lessons and not just about buckles and winning." There's so much you can learn from a horse or a cow that you can't learn from a football.